All right, got my man Shawne Merriman here. Hey, this is fourth now.
Yeah.
LXF IV.
Yeah.
How's it going? How you feeling about the production, about everything?
It's good, man. This is kind of the favorite part for me, right? To get here early and you see all the lights we're setting up here, getting ready for the action, and then the fighters are just now walking in right now.
Yep.
So
talked to Anthony here a second ago.
Yeah. So it just reminded me like before pregame, we used to go out and get ready 2 hours before the game, and you trying to control those emotions,
right?
Okay. So I get a chance to walk back there and sit with the guys for a minute, and you can feel like the energy in the room. These guys ready to go.
Now I talked to you. I talked to you at the first one.
Yeah.
Talked to you about getting in the ring.
Yeah.
Any itch now? You talk about you feeling the emotion.
It's okay. I train with a lot of the guys, right?
Okay.
I mean, 3-4 days a week.
Yeah.
Shout out Team Body Shop down there to train with those guys.
Okay.
And they're young, hungry animals, and that's all they do. And so I can go in there and keep up, and I feel really, really good, and I can push the pace, especially for a guy my size, right? I can go in there and get on with anybody, but I have a lot of respect for the sport, right? Sure. And I feel like if you're not all the way in, don't do it.
You can't be halfway in.
You can't be halfway in and halfway out, because it's guys that's laying it on the line, and they're training sometimes twice a day.
Right.
And I get down there 3-4 days a week, and I'm training them. I feel really good. But you got guys that's doing this for a living, and my living is really promoting Lights Out and promoting these guys so they can get some eyeballs in them, so they can grow their careers.
Got it. Now I'm gonna let you go here. I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. I know you saw what happened last night.
Yeah.
Thursday night football game.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've seen on a football field, and does this surpass it?
Yeah, Myles Garrett, that was definitely the craziest thing I've seen during the game.
Okay.
I've seen a helmet swung, never connected in practice before. Sometimes you get in training camp, you're seeing guys a lot, and you're just tired of seeing each other. It's like,
touching the same guy
over and over again, and especially seeing them sometimes twice a day in practice. So those things tend to happen. You never see it in a game, and let alone a game of that magnitude where you're on
the national
Thursday night football. It's the only game on.
Wow.
So you're gonna get more. If it happened on a regular Sunday, where there was other games, it wouldn't have been as big.
Sure.
It would have just been another thing, and that was kind of crazy. And I've been moving on to the next.
Right.
You did it on Thursday night football.
Everybody sees it.
And so it was unfortunate because Myles Garrett's gonna have to deal with that part of his reputation for a long time.
Right.
And I know him. He's a great person. He's a great player, and that's going to overshadow it for a long time until he plays at such a high level and doesn't have one of these incidents again.
He's I have to be honest, man. He's kind of a habitual line stepper though in the season. He against the Broncos earlier. There was some questionable calls. I mean, I like football, so I'm an aggressive guy. I'm with you playing through the whistle.
Right.
But this was kind of taking it a bit further. Would you?
Yeah. You got to really look at both sides. I'm not going to excuse anything he did. He's suspended for the season, and he deserves that.
I want to know the real deal.
Yeah,
so I'm asking you.
But also the quarterback, he initiated it.
Yeah.
You trying to pull my helmet off,
right,
and yank my helmet off, so I'm actually going to defend myself, right? And now the offensive lineman, you're ganging up on me. Now I'm outnumbered.
Like I initiated.
Yeah, I'm outnumbered, and you charging at me. So I think that the reaction happened because the helmet was in his hand. If the helmet wasn't there, it would have been a fist.
Okay, right. Okay, so Pouncey.
Yeah.
Pouncey got 3 games. I think that was a lot for Pouncey, considering he's defending his quarterback.
If he jumped on him and threw a couple punches, that would have been it. But Pouncey also kicked him in the head while he was down. And don't get me wrong, you love to play with guys like that.
Right.
Like, I had Nick Hardwick and Chris Dillman on my team, and those guys you didn't want to mess around with. If they touch Phillip Rivers, it's on.
They're riding with you, right?
Yeah, they're riding with you no matter what. But when you go as far as start kicking guys while they're on the ground and somebody's already on top of them, now you just as bad as what Myles Garrett is doing.
Okay.
You could have jumped on him. You already outnumbered him.
Right.
You could have jumped on him.
And he was on the ground.
And he was on the ground. So, it was unfortunate because Cleveland actually started to turn things around. Right? They won the game. The game was over.
The game clearly over.
It was over. And get back on the bus and you get back on the plane and celebrate your win.
But now this is everything.
Now this is
all everybody's talking about.
This is all everybody's talking about.
So one more thing in the NFL, and I'm gonna let you go. What's been the most surprising event or turn of events this year in the NFL? Would you think?
Probably Antonio Brown. I mean, you know, he kind of just took everything by storm. You know, from getting let go from Oakland, going to the Patriots, being in a perfect landing spot, them actually paying you to be there and paying you well, which, you know, Patriots ain't paying anybody.
Right.
And they actually did that, and it gave you an option to get paid again the following year. So you got everything you wanted plus some, and you got an opportunity to win the Super Bowl. That's a poor man's dream. That's when you're in the NFL and you can't control the narrative and everything is controlled for you, but you get an opportunity to control your narrative, you won.
And get to the good landing spot.
Get to the good landing spot, you won. So, you know, that was his situation to mess up. It's unfortunate because he is a great player. And you want to see him on the field because he'll probably go down as one of the best wide receivers of all time if he get back on the field and get back to playing again. But we may not see that because, you know, his greatness is kind of taking over his attitude and the way he approaches things.
Yeah, that's a misfortune. I was thinking more so on the field. I said it was my last question, but I got one more. There's a training going down tomorrow in Atlanta, the Colin Kaepernick deal.
Yeah.
Farce, rouge, bizarre event. What's your thoughts on that?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It sounds like, for one, the NFL is they're doing a checklist because they got to.
Okay.
And Colin Kaepernick is keeping some eyeballs on himself.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't see how there's a win-win. I mean, I think that people are misunderstanding that he's been gone for 3 years. This was a guy who was a average quarterback anyway. He was a backup anyway before he gone.
Wow, tell him again.
So,
I got Shawne Merriman sitting next to me telling the truth right now.
Yeah,
what?
so, you know, he's a backup anyway. Yeah, he had his time where he played extremely well, took the team to the Super Bowl. He looked great. But before he departed from the NFL the first time, he was a backup. So, you know.
That's kind of been what I've been writing. He got backed up by Blaine Gabbert took his job. So
that tells you a lot.
So that's what I was like, and I don't think a lot of people who don't really watch football, who don't understand football, they think, okay, that he's blackballed because he's a black quarterback, he took a knee.
No, he's black. Look, if that was Cam Newton, he's back in the league.
Right, there you go.
He'll have a shot.
That's right.
And in the NFL, black, white, or whatever color you want to come to, if you can play, they're going to find a spot for you. Antonio Brown has more than enough screw-ups.
Right, yeah.
And he's going to have another shot. You know why? Because he's one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the National Football League.
He can get it done. I'm going to end it on this one. What's the best fit for Cam Newton? I think we saw his last days in Carolina. We already seen that.
Yeah.
What's the best fit for Cam Newton?
Chicago Bears.
Thank you, Bob. That's what I've been saying. I say Chicago or Denver.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I've been saying, but I think Chicago is the best fit.
Chicago is the best fit.
If that doesn't work out, somebody in Denver need to call him up.
Absolutely.
That's what I kind of thought. Thanks for your time, big guy. Again, we're here, Burbank, Shawne Merriman, LXF IV tonight is going down. We'll talk about it, and we'll talk about it after events.
You got it, brother.
Thank you, big guy.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.